you're struggling with high balls, keep watching. Hey, I'm Ben John, the rugby trainer, and this channel is all about leveling up your rugby, making sure you grab a rugby ball and you follow some of my tips, insights, drills to do, some follow along videos. And today we're getting super nerdy on the high ball. I'm going to take everything I've learned from my high ball skills from being a professional rugby player and now a coach, and I'll put it into this little package that's going to change your high ball skills and the confidence under that ball. So boom, you can take it and have no worries about attacking and dominating that air. So in this video, I'll be answering these questions. Do you struggle catching a high ball in the wet, in the wind, or even running onto the ball? Do you struggle to know when to jump up in the air and take the ball, or when to stay down and be composed and send that ball to the next player? Do you also struggle with timing the top of the jump? So you're catching the ball on the way down rather than catching it up at the height of your jump. And that's how you be most effective in the air. If you answered yes to all of them, stick around. But before you do, please like this video. It's going to massively help this. It's going to reach a lot more players. It's going to help them develop. So please like it. And if you can, subscribe. That'll be amazing. So this video has been broken into 5 sections. We have got the foundation of the high ball. We have got getting up or staying down. We have got the actual technique of catching. We've got some of the movements. And the 5th one, make sure you stick around because I've got a bonus section which is going to give you all the drills which you need to do to cover this skill and improve your high ball skill. So stick around for that. Right, that's enough talking for me. Let's get straight into it. Make sure you got a notepad, pen, and take some notes. We're starting off with section 1, foundation. And in this section, I've split them off into 2 styles of catching. There's going to be running with the ball and running onto the ball. So running with the ball, so for example, your number 9 is just put the ball up in the air and then you're chasing it and the ball is coming with you in the direction that you're running. The ball is coming with you. So that's a really, really tough catch. And then the other one then is running onto the ball. So you're the person in the backfield. Somebody's kicked you the ball and the ball's coming towards you. So the main difference between them both, those 2 foundations, is, I find anyways, the size of the bucket. So if I'm running with the ball and somebody's kicked the ball up in the air, let me put the ball down. So if I am jumping up in the air, the ball's always coming away from me. So I always find when I'm catching this ball, I feel like I'm opening myself up a little bit. It's a really tough catch, okay? So I'm opening myself up a bit, whereas when I'm running onto the ball, I've always got a backboard to hit. So when the ball's coming towards me, boom, I can use my chest to secure the ball as I'm clamping down on that ball. Whereas that's why I always find running with the ball is a little bit more difficult. So again, practice both of them. Getting up or staying down. In this section, we're going to cover this off. But before we start, please, if you can, pause the video now and comment below why you think we would compete in the air and when would we stay down and stay on the floor and catch a high ball. Let me know in the comments below. Comment your thoughts on why, and then press play and then you hear the answer. So getting up, why do we get up? This is a really good tool to help us firstly dominate the air. Somebody's coming to compete against us, can we get a little bit higher than them and can we secure that ball? Boom. But also when you're in the air, you can't be touched, okay? You are a little safety zone. You can't be touched when you're in the air, so it buys you a little bit of time. If I'm in the backfield on my own, I can feel a little bit of heat on me and there's the ball's right on top of me. I don't just want to catch like this because as soon as I catch, boom, they can hit me. So what I'll do instead is I'll take a couple of steps backwards and go boom, up off the floor, catch the ball, buy myself a little bit of time, and then as I land, they've probably slowed down because they can't hit me straight away, and then boom, I can just use my feet, maybe spend a little bit of time on my feet and then wait for support. And then staying down, why would we stay down? Firstly, we've got loads of time. So boom, caught that ball and then shoof, I can spread that ball to my teammate and then we can carry on the attack. We can turn that little defensive set into a really good attacking opportunity, because that is probably where the defense is the weakest, is boom, get it, spread it, and then woof, we're on our way. We're going to attack. So here's a quick tip though, that really helped me in the professional game. So what used to be a really good tool is the closest player to me would shout, get up or stay down. So for example, the ball's coming, there's a little bit of heat on me, a little bit of heat on me. But for some reason, that player who is chasing me has slowed down slightly. So my player can say, stay down, shift it. So boom, stay down, caught it, and then I can shift it. I can trust what he or she said to get that ball to them. And then another instance then, I haven't really clocked who's coming, and then one of my players just says, get up. So I know for well, okay, there's pressure on me. Can I get up off the floor and secure that ball? Yes, the catching technique. I've split this now into 3 sections. What you're going to expect from this section is the jump. Then we have got the 2 catching techniques that we can practice, and make sure you do practice them both. It's the bucket catch, the standard catch, and then also the goalkeeper, the high hand catch, okay? Right then, the jump. This is a skill that is going to help you, buy you time, dominate the air, and help you just secure every high ball that comes your way. So what we're looking at here, firstly, is this knee. This is your gold, okay? This is your piece of gold that's going to not only help lift your hips up and get you higher, but it's going to protect you. Because a lot of us, there is room for this, okay? There is room for twisting in the air, like the old school, if you twist and the ball goes backwards, you're protected. But it makes the catch a lot harder because your bucket gets a lot smaller, which we'll get to. But if you can stay nice and square and strong, like if you see some of the best high ball catches in the game, you've got your likes of Liam Williams, you've got Freddie Stewart, Bowden Barrett, boom, really good under that high ball. And you've got Hansen for Ireland, secure as anything. And what you notice them is they stay strong in their core, okay? So I'll come to that later. This knee protects us. So we need to get this knee up in the air, because no one is going to run into you if you are in this position, okay? Look at that. So getting ready to take off. So what I want to make sure that you're doing is as you're taking off, your hands are going back, all right? And as your hands go back, they shoot forward, both of your hands together. You drive your elbows through. So think about getting your elbows back and you drive your elbows through. As your elbows drive through, you drive your knee through, and then you get up into that position. Getting those elbows through is going to help you pick those hips up a little bit higher again, but also it's going to help you get into a good bucket or high hands position, okay? So make sure we focus on that. Is knee drive, elbow drive, knee drive, elbow drive. Next, we've got the bucket catch. Again, this is the first catching skill that we've got, and this bucket catch is the universal type of catching. A lot of us, when we catch, we have our elbows out to the side like this. But if you notice then, there's going to be a hole down the middle. So you want to get these elbows nice and tight. Also, you want to get these fingers in the line of your eyes. We don't want to be really high up in the air like this. Opens ourselves up, and then also I can't get my elbows tight, and we can't use our chest to help us protect that ball. So as we are there, my fingers are in the line of my eyes. All of a sudden now I know where my bucket starts, okay? So I know where that bucket starts, and then all I need to do is let that ball drop into the bucket, elbow together, and as it drops in, we shut, okay? Like one of those Venus fly traps. As soon as a fly goes in, boom, it shuts. Then the high hands, the goalkeeper catch. When in a game would we catch like that? That's the cross-field kicks. That's the kicks where we want to really, really attack the opposition, and we feel like we can probably get a little bit higher, high risk, high reward. Can we then, boom, steal that ball? What's really, really good about this is as we drive our elbows through this technique of elbow and knee drive, as we drive through, we can then continue to follow through with our hands, and then we can get them above our head. So continue to follow through above our head. But then yes, you do open yourself up, but that is why it's really important that you can get this knee up as well. That's going to protect you. So knee up, that is going to protect you in the air. You're going to stay strong, boom, and nail that catch, okay? So that's the high hands. It's a really good skill to learn. Make sure you practice that as well. And with the high ball catch above your head with the high hands, make sure your arms aren't straight because it'll just bounce off. You need to have a little bit of looseness in those elbows to just take the weight off the ball, off the catch, all right? So that was a quick little tip as well. So in this section, it's all about the movement, okay? So we looked at the foundations, running with the ball, running onto the ball. We've also looked at staying down or getting up. We've looked at the technique of the catching, knitting that all together with our movement, okay? So making sure that we cover in all movements, and that's why I get into section 5, the bonus, with all your drills that you need to do. So there may be a time where you need to twist in the air. And why do we do both? First one, staying square. What that allows us to do is the bucket's bigger, we're safer under the ball, but also as we catch it, boom, we can continue to run through. The second one is really good if you feel like the ball is moved in the air, or you feel like there's going to be a lot of bodies in front of you and you need extra protection. You're going to turn a little bit, and also it helps as well beating the angle of For example, you against the other, you might have to come on a little bit of an angle to beat them to get to the ball first. So you might have to get there and twist and get in front of them, okay? So with other movements, it's making sure that you're practicing catching at full pace, because it might be a time in the game where somebody's kicked the ball and you're chasing at max pace, and can you track, catch, and be soft with your hands when that happens? Can you also catch the ball when the ball is right on top of you and you've got nowhere to go? How do you manage yourself then? How do you get the best out of that outcome? So again, there's loads of little movements here that I want you to practice. Hopefully you've really enjoyed the last couple of minutes talking about high ball. There's so much more I could get into, but I try to keep it as basic as I can, but with a little bit of geek in there as well, because I love the high ball stuff. I love the compete. I used to love it as a player. I used to get a lot of change out of it. But also I love coaching it. I love helping players get a lot higher as well, okay? So make sure you check out the bonus section. But before you do, if you want to train with me, I've got a 7-day coaching sessions program, below. You can get your hands on that. That's online. That's going to be covering high ball skills, kicking skills, passing skills. And you can get an app on your phone, Boosh. You can follow the drills that I do for free. Download that now. Head to the bottom and also subscribe to this channel, because you're going to be an unbelievable rugby player if you do, right? Because I'm going to try and share as much knowledge as I can. I wish I had this as a kid. I'd actually be half decent, right? But yeah, enjoy the bonus section, enjoy the drills, and yeah, let's go.